Hello students, today I am going to teach about clotting of blood. Okay, so next topic is clotting of blood. So normally whenever an injury, any damages takes place to our body, so the blood is comes out. So what will happen after some time? It can clot, the bleeding will stop. So which means any injuries takes place, any damage is takes place to the blood vessel, some physiological changes or takes place in our blood, they leads to the blood clotting. So blood clotting is, that process is also called hemostasis. Hemostasis means if any injury takes place or if any damage takes place in our blood vessel, okay, so some physiological changes, some physiological changes or takes place in our blood, that leads to blood clotting. So that blood clotting is also called hemostasis. So generally in our body, the hemostasis takes place by three methods. First one is vasoconstriction. Second one is platelet plug formation. Third one, formation of fibrin web. So these three processes are takes place in our blood. So first one, we will discuss about vasoconstriction. So if any minor injury, minor damage takes place to the blood vessel, this one is takes place, which means normally our blood vessel. So blood vessel is made up of three layers: tunica externa, tunica media, tunica interna. So here the tunica media made up of smooth muscle. So the blood vessel made up of smooth muscle. They either arteries and vein, both are. Okay, the smooth muscles. So these smooth muscles get contract if any injury takes place. So the smooth muscle get contract. They close the lumen of the blood vessel to stop the blood bleeding or loss of blood, to stop the bleeding of the blood. So that is called vasoconstriction. Next, platelet plug formation. So platelet plug formation means if any injuries takes place, as a result the platelets are activated. They release some secretions. These, with the help of these secretions, the platelets become sticky. So they are attached to each other to form a plug-like structure. That plug, it completely closes the wound. So that is called platelet plug formation. Okay. So which means if any injuries takes place, the platelets get activated. Platelets secrete the secretions. With the help of secretions, platelets become sticky. So all platelets, they attach each other like this. They attach each other to form a plug. So that plug completely close the injury place to stop the bleeding. So this is second one. Third one, formation of fibrin web. So this is the actual blood clotting mechanism. So this is the actual says that this is the actual blood clotting mechanism, which means many reactions, many mechanisms are takes place, many cascade reactions are takes place in our blood to form the fibrin web, to stop the bleeding or to forms the hemostasis. So here the formation of fibrin web. So here formation of fibrin web, it has three steps. Again, it has three steps. Step 1. First one, step 1. So step 1 is formation of prothrombin activator. So first step is, so in the third method, first step is formation of prothrombin activator. So here this prothrombin activator, it is formed by two ways. It is formed by two ways. First one, intrinsic pathway, intrinsic pathway, intrinsic pathway. Second one is extrinsic pathway. So by these two ways, the prothrombin activator is formed. Okay. So first of all, what is intrinsic pathway? So in the intrinsic pathway, when the blood vessel get ruptured, so the collagen will, whenever the blood, for example, here this is the blood vessel. So blood vessel is made up of three layers. So outer, externa, media and interna. So externa made up of collagen layers, collagen fibers. If the blood vessel get ruptured, so the blood comes out. Whenever the blood touch or contact with collagen, means injury. If any injuries takes place, so injuries takes place, as a result the blood contact with collagen. Okay, blood contact with collagen. So as a result, the 12th factor is activated. 12th factor is activated. This 12th factor forms the prothrombin activator. Prothrombin activator. So here in the middle also some cascade, some other reactions are also takes place. So here first of all, if any injuries takes place, the blood will contact with collagen. So in total 12 blood clotting factors are present in our blood. So most of the blood clotting factors, they are secreted from liver. So here these factors, they are in inactive form. So whenever injuries takes place, whenever a damage takes place, these factors get activated. So whenever here the collagen with the blood contact with collagen, the 12th factor is activated. That 12th factor activated produce the or forms the prothrombin activator. So this is the intrinsic pathway. Next, extrinsic pathway. Here, so same, here also injuries takes place. So injuries takes place. Here, tissue. If tissue is damaged, so nearby the blood vessel damaged, then also if nearby tissue is also damaged, this tissue secretes a thromboplastin. Thromboplastin. This is also one of the factor. The tissue is secretes or activates the thromboplastin. The damaged tissue. Here, damaged tissue activates the thromboplastin. This thromboplastin activates the seventh factor. Seventh blood clotting factor. Seventh factor. So this seventh factor produces the prothrombin activator. Okay. So finally, so prothrombin activator is formed here. Here also prothrombin activator. So first step is formation of prothrombin activator. So prothrombin activator is formed by two ways: intrinsic pathway, extrinsic pathway. Intrinsic pathway, 12th factor is activated. Here 7th factor is activated and forms the prothrombin activator. So next, second step, step 2. Step 2. So what is step 2 is formation of thrombin. Formation of thrombin. So here prothrombin, this is also one factor, one blood clotting factor which is present in the blood. So prothrombin is inactive material. So this prothrombin activator converted into thrombin in the presence of calcium ions. In the presence of calcium ions, also the prothrombin activator. prothrombin activator. So this is essential for formation of thrombin. The prothrombin activator is essential for formation of thrombin. So prothrombin is converted into thrombin. Okay, this is the second step. Then third step, step 3. Step 3. So step 3 is formation of fibrin web. Formation of fibrin web. So here the soluble fibrin. So fibrin normally, generally in the normal condition, the fibrin is soluble in our plasma, in blood or plasma. So this fibrin is converted into insoluble fibrin fibers. Insoluble fibrin fibers. Okay, so insoluble fibrin fibers. So in the presence of this, what is that? Thrombin. So here thrombin is essential. So thrombin is essential for formation of insoluble fibrin fibers. So fibrin is present in our blood. So it is soluble in nature. So in the presence of thrombin, it converted into fibers. So these fibers, so like this, these fibers, they forms a network manner on the wound. For example, any wound is takes place in our blood vessel. So like this, here there's some net or mesh like manner. These fibrin fibers are arranged. So in these gaps, these platelets, red blood cells are all, they are struck and they close the wound. The blood, after some time, the blood bleeding will stop. So this is the step 3, formation of fibrin web. So this is the clotting of blood or hemostasis. So actually third step is hemostasis. So three steps are there in hemostasis. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is formation of prothrombin activator. Prothrombin activator is formed by 2 ways: intrinsic pathway, extrinsic pathway. Intrinsic pathway means if the blood vessel is blood contact with collagen, the 12th factor is activated. 12th factor produces a prothrombin activator. Next, extrinsic pathway means if the injuries takes place, that if the nearby tissue is also damaged, that tissue stimulates the thromboplastin. That tissue active or stimulates the production of thromboplastin. That thromboplastin produce the 7th factor, or thromboplastin activates the 7th factor. Activate the 7th factor. That 7th factor produce prothrombin activator. Next, step 2, formation of thrombin. Prothrombin converted into thrombin in the presence of prothrombin activator and calcium ions. Step 3, formation of fibrin web. Okay, so insoluble fibrin in the presence of thrombin converted into soluble fibrin converted into insoluble fibrin fibers in the presence of thrombin. So they make the mesh or net-like manner on the wound. They completely close the stops the bleeding. Next, after blood clotting, okay, so here the mesh-like manner form, the blood cells or the platelets are all stuck. So this is called thrombus. The clot of the blood is called thrombus. Okay. Next, after blood clotting, so some liquid comes out. So which means, so that plasma comes out through the thrombus. That is called serum. So after blood clotting, some amount of liquid comes out. So that liquid is called serum. So serum is nothing but plasma, but without blood clotting factors. So what are blood clotting factors are absent in serum, but in plasma blood clotting factors are present. Okay, so this is about blood clotting. Next, anticoagulants. Okay. So anticoagulants means which are substance which are prevents the blood clotting process. So they are called anticoagulants. So normally whenever blood present in the blood vessel, it does not clot. Okay. So because the presence of heparin. Heparin is a natural anticoagulant. It is natural anticoagulant. So it prevents blood clotting. So natural coagulant. Natural in our blood, this heparin is present. Okay. Next, warfarin. Warfarin. So this is also one of the coagulant which is extracted from the plants. Okay. Next, some other chemicals are also used as anticoagulants. So some other chemicals are also used as anticoagulants like so citrates and oxalates of sodium. So these are also used as anticoagulants, which means they prevent the blood clotting. Next, EDTA, ethylene diamine tetra acetic acid. So these are chemicals used as anticoagulants. Generally, they are used in the blood banks whenever they taking the blood. So whenever the blood comes out from the blood vessel, it can clot. So to prevent the blood clot, so generally the lab technicians they use as citrates or oxalates of sodium or EDTA also. They prevent the blood clotting. So generally these are used in blood banks. Okay. So these are anticoagulants: heparin, warfarin, citrate and oxalates. So one more, hirudin. Hirudin is also one of the anticoagulant which is present in the leeches. Okay. So these are the anticoagulants.